Afternoon, guys. Here we are at the Belmont after a good 5-1 win at home against Fisher in the Kent Senior Trophy. Corley, how did you see that game unfold today?
Really, really pleased. I thought it was a real dominant display again. And we could have scored a lot more goals, which is really promising again. Bit of a sloppy goal to go 1-0 down after we started the game really, really well in the first 20 minutes. And we're putting long balls and long throws, set pieces under their crossbar and weren't quite connecting on the second phase of that. But I thought we were really, really dominant from start to finish today. I thought physically we out-battled them, we outrun them. And as I said, I think we should have potentially scored a lot more goals than we did. Very strange that the referees called the game dead on 90 minutes with them having 10 men because they had an injury and no more subs, and decided to call the game early, which I've never seen before in all the days that I've been involved. And that was a bit frustrating because we had players that come off the bench towards the back end of the game, like Dino, that we need to give minutes to. But overall, a really good day at the office, and I'm really pleased. And there were some fantastic individual performances today. Shafes being one, and what a return for Ronald as well. I thought he was absolutely unplayable today in the final third.
Yeah, Matt, Corley touched up there. I thought our performance today was really tenacious. Our work rate was excellent, and we just seemed to dominate teams when we're in that mood.
Yeah, I think our profile of a team out of possession is very, very difficult to play against, forgetting what we do with the ball. And I think that's been something that we've wanted to make sure is what we look like as a team since we've been here. And the back end of last year and this year, we suffocate teams in terms of them being able to play. Obviously, you're playing against different types of teams, but Fisher like to dominate the ball. We played a different shape away against them, and they had quite a lot of the ball. We conceded quite a lot of the ball against them, although we won. So we went a slightly different way today, and I thought that worked, and it allowed us to dominate without the ball, which in return gets lots of turnovers, throw-ins, free kicks, corners, balls in the box. If you're playing against what we do relentlessly for 70, 80 minutes, the chances come and they come and they come. And so I thought they like Phoenix last week, we're the team knocking on the door continuously. They matched us for periods, but over the course of the game, I thought we were by far and above the better team out of the two teams. And that's not taking anything away from Fisher. I think they're a decent side, but that's how good we were today. And like Jamie said, I thought Ronald was outstanding up front in terms of setting that press. But yeah, all round, like I thought the whole team today, and even the fan, like everyone, like it's really together. Like you can feel it in the stadium that everyone's together. The kids before the game, the support. Obviously, I just think there's a real good feel around here at the moment. We've obviously had 2 games at home back to back, with us now going into a massive game at home again next Saturday, with a real good feel factor of people leaving the stadium today, going away knowing that was comfortable today. That was comfortable. We were good, but that was comfortable. Yeah,
absolutely. And Corley, in your response to the first question, you mentioned about Ronald coming back, and after losing Nathan, for whatever reason, it's a real coup to get Ronald back into the group. It's like he kind of came home, was the feeling. The fans loved it, and he was outstanding today. How did that all come about?
Well, I think going back, I think as a player, when you're going to a club where you know you're loved by the fans, you're appreciated by the management team, the players are all excited to welcome him back in. I think already you've got a little bit of a bit between your teeth, and you've seen that in his level of performance today. And when we kind of got the nods that Nathan was talking to other clubs, straight away myself and Matt and the management team were, I mean, the amount of phone calls and messages we've had to send and managers we've had to speak to find a replacement. It was a real long week, but ultimately we've got our main target, and I mean he's got 3 assists today with the penalty that he got brought down for, and he scored a goal. So what a return, for his first game back. But someone like that, I think certain players, they need to feel that love, and he most certainly gets it at this football club, and we'll see the best out of him between now and the end of the season. And it could be one hell of a coup to invite him back here and get him back. And he's just offered something today that we've not had all season. He's pure work ethic and pace and power. And he showed real good quality in the final third. I mean, the ball that he played for Splatty's goal was absolutely phenomenal on a half volley from a tight angle. So he was a standout player today. And then you're almost forgetting about Shafes in terms of what he's delivered for us as well. Which you can't do, but like I say, there was some really good individual performance today, but collectively, I thought we were by far the better side and thoroughly deserved the win.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sets up nicely, Matt, for our Vars fifth round game next week, home to Cockfosters. We're hoping to get a big crowd. It was really good to get over, I think, 660 odd people today for the Kent Senior Cup quarter final. Really good crowd in cold conditions. What's your thoughts on gearing up for the week ahead and getting into that game next week?
Well, I think obviously we've got a nice clear week on the training ground again. I'm not sure how they got on today, Cockfosters, but it's going to be a tough game. We know enough about them already, so it's going to be a tough game here. But we just need to, if we need to try and get to that 2,000 mark Saturday. I know it's a big ask, but I thought we took 3,500 people away from home in the last round. There's no reason why we can't get 2,000 there. And if we can get 2,000 there, it puts pressure on the opposition. Not a lot of teams at this level are used to playing in front of them type of crowds where we are. Gives us an advantage. And it obviously makes difficult decisions for officials and stuff when you've got home support like that. Yeah. So we need to really try and drive that this week as a club and really try and make sure that we make the most of our home advantage. And then I think you're starting to see now already, like we're in that back end of the season where there's a lot to play for. We're in the semi-final now of this cup. This could take us to the quarterfinals of the Vars. Yeah. We've got every fixture in the league is important. And everybody involved, including all the fans, are on that journey with us and have probably got that little bug from Wembley of last year, and that's continued. So I think that's really important. But we've got a lot of work to do this week on the training ground. We can solely focus on that game. We don't obviously have a game the following week at the moment, so we can really go hell for leather this week in training to make sure the players are prepared, as we always do. And look, the boys, when we get these games that matter, we've been turning up and delivering on this, and we said it to the players before the game and in the week. Like these experiences of getting through these competitions and playing in big games and playing in semi-finals are really important for our group. Some of them have been through it, some of them haven't, but we've got a lot that have, and obviously us as a management team having been through that last year, I think that gives us a real advantage. I really do. And like I say, if we can get the crowd out here next week, regardless of what weather we get, I think like I say, it's going to be another really, really good day here. And obviously we're looking to go through to the next round.
Guys, great performance today, well done. I look forward to seeing you next Saturday. Thanks. Up the Oysters.
Cheers. Cheers, thanks.